Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have any energy for any bits. I'm fucking tired. But I'm still here fucking recording. I'm not gonna go home and order DoorDash. Fall asleep in my bed. I'm gonna fucking sit here and I'm gonna do my shit. We're back with another podcast. This is episode X, because who knows how many I've made and deleted and what we're at. But we're doing the new podcast. What do we have to say? Where do we begin? Started a new job. As you might have known, I used to work at a weed factory. Now I work at a different weed factory. Except at the old weed factory, I used to just throw eighths in jars, which I'm really good at. But now I actually grow the weed and I take care of it. And I take the little clones and I say, hey, you're a nice little weed. Put you in the dirt. So that's fun. That's fun, but if you aren't familiar with the cannabis world, cultivation is a lot of hard work. It's a lot of on your feet. It's a lot of sweating, working in sauna rooms. That shit went up to 85 degrees today. I was sweating, I'm not used to it. But I'm happy. I'm really enjoying myself. It's a cool experience. Soaking everything in. I'm going to learn how to grow some fire-ass weed. I just be looking, I be watching everything that goes on. It's a lot though. It's probably one of the most complicated plants in the world to grow, especially on such a scale like that. It's kind of hard to, take care of plants. You could take care of one plant. If I had a plant in the corner, right? If I had a fern, I could take care of that. But now, there's a couple thousand of them in one room, and I could go on about it. I don't want to give too much detail about my job. But I started the new job. It's a little later schedule, so the other thing that I have started is my fitness journey. I'm not going to be one of those guys or one of those girls who has to make a scene, let everybody know that they're exercising, but I am exercising. I went to Planet Fitness for the first time today, and in my life, I don't think I've ever been in a Planet Fitness before. No, I really haven't. I mean, I came from Riverside Fieldhouse, Westchester. We had a beautiful gym, and I also had what do we have out there? I forget. We had a nice gym out there too. Planet Fitness, though. I mean, I was a little. They're very centered on the cardio, and they should be because they have a ton of people walking through that door, and they have a lot more cardio than they do equipment. But it's fine for $10. The gym's shut the fuck up. Beeping outside my house. For $10, the gym's like a mile from my house, so it's very worth it for that price. If I go 10 times in a month, I'm happy to walk in that door for $1. But I haven't been exercising, and I mean, the last time I really, dedicated myself to lifting is years and years ago. I mean, I used to maybe go once a week, once every 2 weeks in college, and I played basketball here and there, but really since high school, since I lifted, and I just went in there blind. Like, I know how to exercise. I know workouts and all that stuff. The Planet Fitness, though, it's okay. I mean, they don't have as many free weights as you want. That's everybody's complaint. But they have a fair amount of machines, and I was surprised. I was there at a little before 6, I think. I woke up at 5:30. I went there a little bit before 6, and there was a good amount of people there. I mean, if you discounted all the homeless people that had the day pass so they could snag a shower, there was a fair amount of people in there, but not enough to really call it crowded. I had a pretty good workout. Then took my ass to fucking work because I'm done. I'm done being a bitch, dude. I fucking grind now. I fucking do this, then that, then this, then that until I fucking pass out. That's all I do. I fucking grind, and I wear fucking BBC. And that's it. And that's just gonna be every single day, so get the fuck used to it. I'm gonna be at that gym every single morning, and then I'm gonna go fucking do weed all day, which is basically my fucking cardio. But no complaints here. It's a good job, and it's a better environment for me for sure. I'm getting way more experience, and I'm happy up there. So that's good. Moving on. Next topic is the stand-up. We are working on the stand-up. What do we have here? We have a fire set written. I need to put this on my computer. I just fucking hate typing, dude. Every time I sit at this computer and I type or I write, I feel like I'm in college again. And I can't go back to fucking psychology and chemistry and biology classes. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Because I'm fucking too stupid. I've lost way too much brain since then. All I could do is grow fucking weed and smoke it and fucking sit here. Click RuneScape. But I do have a fire set written. I don't have it memorized. I don't even think I have it finished. I thought of a good ending today that I need to write down. Today as of recording is Friday. The open mic is Tuesday. I don't know for sure if I'm gonna make it. And like I do kind of want to just get on stage. Like I don't care about flopping. I don't care about getting booed or nothing like that. Like but I want my first set to be good. At least want to give myself the opportunity to kill. Because if I crush on my first open mic, it's going to really set the wind of my sails. Write up something even better for the next week. And then you just keep setting the bar higher until Scranton's too small for me. So I'm excited about that. I should have got a little preview ready for the podcast listeners. Storytime comic though, I really love storytime comedy because I've lived a shit crazy life. I've been in every scenario possible. I have a lot of funny stories I could tell, and a lot of these are just fucking gold. They're just straight bits. I mean, this set is about the vacation I went on this past April on a cruise ship, and just talking about, you know, general travel and, you know, airports and stuff like that. But it's a really funny set, at least I think so. I might just go up there and no one will pay attention to it, but the standard's pretty low for an open mic night that isn't just comedy sets. Most of it's music at that place, and I'll just pop in, drop, I don't know, this is probably 10, 15. I haven't even transcribed it. I haven't even spoke it out loud. I just know it's fucking gas because I sit there and I lose it reading the story through. So hopefully we're going to do that Tuesday. There'll be more information regarding that on my social media. If you don't see it, it's probably because I didn't do it. You got to give yourself space. You got to give yourself room to just take things slow and, you know, not get mad at yourself if you fail. Like, I want to do this. I want to exercise. I need to work this new job. I want to get into the comedy. I'm trying to eat better. I'm on a diet now. I have fucking macros to hit. And you can't do it all at once or you burn out. So if I have to wait another week to do the comedy, it might be what it has to be. I don't know. We're going to play it by ear. Or maybe I do nothing with it. Maybe I just stick to fucking internet comedy, but it's tough now. It's going to be tough to come home and fucking record. I have a lot of like TikToks and Instagrams and Snapchat ideas just all written down for like skits, but my fucking phone is broken. It's got a crack in the crack goes across the camera. So when I turn on my front camera, there's like a fucking glare. And it just makes anything I record on my front camera shitty. And I don't know, it's difficult recording out the back if you're doing that type of content, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do about that because I can't afford a new phone. I could get a burner phone just to record, though. I probably have one laying around somewhere. But we could fucking move on. What else do we have to talk about? Some TV stuff. I guess we'll go into that. We have a correction from last week, if you, or whatever the last podcast was, if you watched. I went on a tangent about how Danny DeVito is a legend because, like, his only role has been in Always Sunny the last, 15 years. And then, maybe the day I dropped it, I'm sitting there and I'm going through trailers, and I see this trailer for Disney's Haunted Mansion. And Danny DeVito's in the trailer. He's in the movie. And he's playing like a character that's like kind of normal, like not Frank. So I was surprised by that. We have to put that little error correct in real quick because that was my bad. I didn't fucking know Danny DeVito's out here filming what's likely a children's movie. I don't know. I'm not going to see Disney's The Haunted Mansion. I'm just not. But what I will go see is Barbie. I'll go see Barbie. I don't care about the Barbie movie, but I saw that Will Ferrell is in it, and I like anything with Will Ferrell in it. So I will go see the Barbie movie if that's what it comes down to. What I do want to see though is Cockenheimer. Cockenheimer obviously came out, and Cockenheimer is a movie about Albert Einstein, right? Yeah, Albert Einstein and the theory of relativity and blowing up Japan. And I assume the movie's 3 hours and 37 minutes from beginning to end credits, and I'm not looking forward to watching that at all. Gotta stay hydrated. You know you're supposed to drink like 8 bottles of water a day. I can never. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna go to the movies to see the cock. I think the movies is a scam. I don't know if that's just me, but whatever you pay 10, 12 bucks to get in there, and then on top of it $1,000,000 if you want to fucking have a morsel, a tiny crumb of popcorn. I can't. Not when it's too easy for these movies to come. These movies come out in theaters and then like a week to 2 weeks later they're on streaming services, or they're on like Xfinity on demand where you could buy it for $20. Like I'm not doing that either. Obviously, I'm no sucker. I ain't a sucker about nothing. But once those movies hit digital, their pirated versions hit the internet. So that's really what it comes down to with these movies. So like Cockenheimer will probably sit in movie theaters for like a month or two because people are gonna go buy the tickets because people want to go see it live in the theater or whatever. But I'll eventually probably watch that on my own time on the internet. And those are the two movies that came out. Dropping these movies in pairs is a new trend apparently, where you have multiple movies coming out on the same night, but they're of completely different genres, but they hype each other up. Especially like this Barbie and Cockenheimer, like they're really direct opposites of each other. One is like pink and fun, and I don't even know the premise of that movie, if there even is one. I think they might just be showcasing Margot Robbie as Barbie and just Ryan Seacrest as Ken. And I think they're just gonna walk around and be like, oh, we're dolls but we're not. And then Cockenheimer is obviously just about killing Japanese people, is the IMDb description of the movie. I looked it up beforehand. And that's pretty much what we have on Cockenheimer and Barbie. I saw that Barbie is outselling Cockenheimer like triple on the first night at the box office. I think it was like 32 mil to 10 mil, which isn't surprising. Way more people are gonna go see Barbie, and a kids movie is gonna do better. Oh, I double backed. I didn't even remember my whole point. I saw the next dynamic duo movie to drop is Saw X. They're on the 10th Saw. I think I stopped watching them after 3 or 4. And Paw Patrol, and they're calling it Saw Patrol. So that's really cool. That's interesting news to hear. Moving on from the TV. Oh, I also watched the Ashley Madison. I watched the Ashley Madison like a week or two ago. If you don't know what that is a documentary on Hulu. It's like 3 episodes, and Ashley Madison was. I don't think it's up anymore. Maybe it is. But it is a dating platform for adulterous people in relationships, men or women. So if you wanted to have an affair, you'd go on there, and it was the idea was if you're having an affair with someone else who's having an affair, you're kind of like both sworn to secrecy, because your relationship is betting on the other person and vice versa. So that's kind of what that was about. They had a data breach. I don't think this was like 2011 or something like that. I'm just pulling shit out of my ass. They had a data breach where all the usernames and passwords of their users got leaked, as well as other information regarding the CEO and whatnot. And all these people got exposed for being on the website. People made database search bases where you could just put in your husband's email, your boyfriend's name, or whatever the information might be, and search, and you can see if they had a profile. And if they did, the password's right there. And if they didn't know about this, they didn't get ahead of it, you could fucking log in and you could just read all the messages and see exactly what they were doing. And that's exactly what happened when this leak came out. A ton of people just found out about their spouses cheating on them. And it was very interesting, because the moral dilemma you bring up is, these people are cheaters, they deserved it, but at the same time, it's a real breach of privacy. What you do in your personal life shouldn't come out in that way. And so that was the moral dilemma that they were battling. And they had some other people that just, found their significant other cheating on that website without the data breach. Just, like the other person contacted them or whatever. And it was some interesting stories to hear. My take on the whole thing is, if you're going to make a Ashley Madison account, you're probably fucking stupid in the first place, because the other half of this documentary people aren't talking about is that the website essentially realized that their database, or their user base, was like 90% male, 10% female. And of that 10% females, a lot of them are probably just browsing and aren't going to act on anything more than just these messages. And the way the platform worked is the women could be on there for free. They could do whatever they want. The men had to pay a surcharge on the messages. So every time they sent a message to a woman, they had to pay whatever it is, $3, $5, whatever it is. And so that was kind of the business model for the website, and how they made a lot of money is the whole website is essentially running on these tokens or whatever. And one, you're going to get scammed just because you're paying money for these messages with no guarantee that you're going to get an affair out of it, that she's even going to answer, for that matter. Now, it does weed out a lot of competition, I guess you could say, because people aren't just going to shit message 100 women. Like, maybe they need to be more selective with it, because they're paying for these messages. So you might get more genuine connections that way. But at the same time, before I get too far off track, the thing is, Ashley Madison was making these AI, I wouldn't even call them AI because they didn't really work, basically just fake profiles of women that they were plastering on the site to make it look like there were actually real women on there. And men were messaging these women and not getting a response back, until finally they kind of put a shitty AI chatbot on these things that just didn't message correctly or didn't message back. And men were probably getting sick of it because they were spending money on these goddamn loser tokens, and they were talking to a robot. In the world of dating apps, now keep in mind, Ashley Madison is very old. It's like the oldest website on the internet when it comes to internet dating. Back in the day, this was even before there was smartphones and stuff. People were on their fucking desktops having affairs. At the end of the day, now there's all these different dating apps and websites that are free that you could accomplish the same thing as Ashley Madison, where you're throwing these tokens. So, and at the same time, you probably get a lot of single guys on there too, just testing their luck. It's probably not even affair based, but you get what you sign up for if you're doing something like that. I mean, you can't ever account for the whole website server to be leaked, but it is what it is. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. I don't fuck with cheating or adultery. I've never done it, and I don't like it when it happens to me. So don't be a cheater. Do not go on that website or any other website related to having an affairs. And that's it. That's it for the Ashley Madison. Would I recommend it? Yeah. If you got time to kill, go watch it. It's interesting, especially if you don't have any prior knowledge of it coming in. And what else? Let's see. I got 2 more stories to tell. And then we're gonna finish with Our Place. And we'll get into Our Place a little bit. We'll check it out. We'll just check it out. I got 2 stories. From my personal life. I live in what you would call a crackhead area. But my quote of the day that I've been trying to keep in mind is, you don't have to smoke crack to be a crackhead. Zobi. So there's 2 stories. The first is the lawnmower kid. About a month or 2 ago. Yeah, it had to be over a month ago. I got a knock on the door, and it was a friendly knock. It was a little So I answered it, and there's this kid standing there, and he's probably like 13, 14 years old. He's in school clothes. He's in like his khakis and his polo, like he just came from one of the local middle schools or something like that, or high school, whatever. And he's asking me, yo, could I cut your grass for some money? And I'm like, damn, it would be nice to have somebody to cut my grass. And I'm looking at this kid, and he's sick. He's got like a sick haircut. He's got like long hair and shit. I'm like, thinking about myself when I was that age. Like, yo, he's probably just trying to get like some weed. Like, he just needs some money. Like, I'm sure I had that same thought I was a kid, and I didn't think about going to people's doors. But keep in mind, I live in a crackhead area. So my stoned ass told him, like, yeah, bro, you could cut the grass sometime. I had just cut it like a day or two before this. So he was kind of shit out of luck then. But I was like, yeah, like, just peep it. Next time you come back, let's see if it gets long again. And and that was it. And since that happened, I had stepped away from my prior job, and I no longer had the same income I had, so I couldn't really even afford to throw this kid $20. I had to get out there and cut my own fucking grass. So I've been cutting it the past couple times, and since then he's come back. He came back one more time, and I was like, yo, my bad, bro. Like, I just cut the grass. Like, I can't do it for you. And, like, he's cool. He's like, all right, no problem. And the one day I was driving, and I actually saw him, like, down the block. That's how I know that he actually lives around here. And, like, we made eye contact, so he knows that I know that I saw him, and I know that he knows that I know that he's coming back to try to cut this grass. So that's pretty much why I've just been trying to avoid a 13-year-old kid at any cost, which is silly to say. But I had thought I'd seen the last of him after I drove past him, because I've just been cutting the grass and like he hasn't come by. Now the other day I got a knock on the door, and it was a friendly knock, but it wasn't the same friendly knock. He'd been coming with the same knock. And I had been expecting somebody else that I need to answer the door for. So I hear this knock, and I'm like, all right, it doesn't sound like the kid. But I do have to open the door. I don't have like one of those little eye holes. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I open the door, and it's the kid. And he's just like, yo, man, like, I don't know. Like, I was flustered. I just wanted to get rid of him. I'm like, oh, my bad, man. No grass, no grass. He's like, it's cool, man. Like, can I come back next week? He's just trying to talk real quick. And I'm just like, yeah, next week, come back. It'll be long as shit. Go. Sent him off, and I'm like, fuck, this kid got me again. I told him that he could come back and cut the grass. And that was on Sunday. And today's Friday. So that means there's only 2 more days until he comes back, and I'm fucking shook. I don't know what I'm going to tell him. I'm going to have to be out of town. I'm going to have to move my car somewhere. I'm going to have to hide in my basement or something, but I can't see this 13-year-old kid. I feel like if you've ever seen the movie Step Brothers, when the two of them get their ass kicked by the kids, and the kids make them lick the dog shit. That's how I feel. Like I'm about to have to take the other street home, and that's like 45 minutes longer. It's not a shortcut. So that's where I'm at. My fucking mom calling me. She's not a fan. She doesn't watch the podcast. She doesn't get it. Fuck, what was my other topic? Oh, my other story. My other story is, so previously mentioned, I live in a crackhead area, and this area is fucking run by cats. I may have talked about this before, but anywhere you look, there's a cat. I have accounted, well, I'll tell you how many I accounted for. The other night, well, no, jump back like a week ago, maybe even 2 weeks ago, over a week ago. I'm sitting back on the porch with my buddy, and I'm fucked up. I'm smoking. I'm drinking a little, and this little ass cat walks up our stairs. Like literally, like we have like an elevated deck, so you gotta walk upstairs to get up in that bitch. Big backyard. This cat walked right up the fucking stairs, peeked over, and just started staring at us. It's a little tiny gray cat. Now I know this cat has an owner, and I've seen the cat come in and out of the house. So I know somebody feeds this cat, and I know somebody takes care of this cat. This cat has a collar. But I do also know that some people, their cats just like to be outside, and they just let them out, and the cats will come back in when they want, and they'll fucking scratch at the door. Cats are smart like that. And you'll hear why. I was fucked up, and the cat was just chilling, And I went inside and I had like a bowl. I filled up a bowl of water and I served it to the cat. And the cat looked thirsty. The cat enjoyed it. It was mopping it up. And cats normally only prefer to drink running water. So if they drink stagnant water, that's, they trust you or they're really thirsty. So I gave it some water. So I was like, all right, what else could I give the little kitty? So I go back in and I have a raw hot dog. And I take the hot dog and I break it up into a couple pieces. And I just toss them over where the cat was sitting. And the cat looks around and it comes back up the stairs and it goes and it grabs one of the hot dogs and it runs away. And then a minute later it came back and it would get another piece and it'd look around and it'd run away. And it did it. It must have been, I wouldn't have time to eat it because this was a small cat. Like, it must have just been taking these little pieces of hot dog and hiding them somewhere. And so that happened. And that was pretty much it that I seen from the little gray cat for a couple days. Probably like a week goes by, actually. Till one night, I'm fucking sitting here. It's late. It's like 9, 10 o'clock, so it's dark out. I fucking walk back to the kitchen, this door right here. I fucking look out the door, and there are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cats. 5 different cats sitting on the fucking back porch. Just all fucking huddled up, including the cat that I gave the hot dog. This cat went and told somehow, I don't know how cats communicate, somehow told 4 other cats on the block, yo, you're not going to believe this. I just got free hot dogs and water from this dude. I bet if we go back, he'll give us more stuff. And the cats really were like, I don't believe him. You believe him? Let's go check it out. These cats are usually, the most I ever see them is in a duo. They don't necessarily roam in packs. I've seen them in like a trio once, but like they're out here fighting for themselves. Like I don't really see any incentive for them to be in like a pack because they're not tigers. They're not going to go take down a gazelle together, a fucking deer. They just probably eat like little shit. Like, I don't know, hot dogs. Brought 4 of his friends up here. 2 black cats, 2 gray cats, 1 orange cat. And I know there's 2 orange cats on the block. So that's 6 cats, 5 of them accounted for on my porch. And I was shook. I started screaming. I started taking pictures. I wish I had the clip. I probably do somewhere, but I'm not going to edit this, so I don't care. 5 cats, dude. I was terrified. And they won. I wasn't going out there now. I just was like, oh, I guess I'm fucking sitting inside. I'm not going to go deal with 5 cats could take me. 5 cats, 5 grown cats could beat you up. I don't care who you are. If they know what to do, they can destroy you. 2 of them could be distracting you, just clawing you everywhere, while the other 3 are on your head, clawing at your orifices, clawing out your eyeballs, your mouth, your tongue. Cat, if they knew like the way to kill you, 5 cats will destroy you. And I am not going to take that risk. I'm not going out there. I'm not going out there with 5 cats. And I learned my lesson not to feed the cats. Now, since then, the gray cats come back a couple times. And I saw him the other day and I was like, bro, what are you doing? You brought 5 cats. You brought 4 other cats here, 5 including yourself. For what? You thought I had 5 hot dogs in there? 5 bowls of water? You ain't getting shit. And now you're never getting nothing again. Because you're bringing your homies through. It's beyond me. It's beyond me, but at the end of the day, the cats win. Because if 5 cats are out there, if 5 cats are camping out my front door, I have to call off work. I'm not going. I'm not even attempting that. That might as well just be five people with weapons outside your house. Is the same as 5 cats. A cat can beat a snake. A snake goes to try to bite a cat will just be like that. I saw the video. I'm not making this up. If I had the energy to edit this, I would show you it. But I don't. And it's 30 minutes deep in here, and nobody watches this. Nobody gets here, you know? You know what I'm saying? Nobody. I can say poopy doopy, you know? I can say anything. Is that it? Is that it or what? I think that's all I got. I don't really care about talking about our place. That's Reddit/place if you live on the internet like me. They have a big board of blocks, pixel art, and people make pictures, and you could place a pixel every 5 minutes, and you could help make the picture, help destroy the picture, do whatever the fuck you want with it. If you end up on there, my community is in the top left corner. It says connection lost, reestablishing connection. And that is for RuneScape. And they have that every year. This is like a yearly thing that comes out. It lasts like 4 or 5 days. And it's cool. People make content out of it. If that sounded interesting, you should go check it out. But that's pretty much it for me. I'll probably be back in a week if I can think of some more shit to talk about. In the meantime, I'm going to be gym every morning. Work every fucking day, basically. I'm going to start doing overtime after this week. Fucking eating a lot of calories like a normal human. And frankly, I'm just chilling otherwise. We're going to max this RuneScape account. Just going to vibe. Just going to vibe and keep rolling with the punches. Thank you if you listened to this. Thank you if you made it 30 minutes into my podcast. I actually appreciate it. I really do. Because even if, if one person is out here listening to this and I made your day, I'm happy. I'm happy and I am grateful for you. So thank you, everybody. I'm signing off. I hope you see me doing that stand-up. I really do.